The news I've been dreading. The club have confirmed we signed Wan Bissaka for £50 million. Daylight robbery. We've well and truly had our pants pulled right down. And Crystal Palace laughing all the way to the bank, and rightly so. Unfortunately, with this signing, it's not a question of if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gets sacked, it's when he gets sacked. He's basically written his own death warrant with this signing. I don't see this working out in any way, shape or form. Wan Bissaka is basically Tyler Blackett with a transfer fee. And we all know what happened to him, don't we? And ironically, Wan Bissaka has wearing the same number shirt that Sahar wore. And we all know what happened to him. And history will repeat itself. And if he makes just one mistake, I'll be on him like a ton of bricks. I can assure you that is going to happen. I expect him to be Cafu and Roberto Carlos all rolled into one. And if he's so good, top Reds, then I expect us to win the league. And if Wan Bissaka and Porky Pig, Luke Shaw, Pork Belly Pig, if they start every single Premier League game, we are not finishing top 4. Remember this, we are not finishing top 4 next season. Kyle Walker cost Man City £50 million. They recouped that money tenfold by winning the league by 20 points. We are not going to win anything with Wan Bissaka at right back, period. He cost his team in the under-21 championships, scoring an own goal in the dying embers of the game. He's solely to blame for their exit. He let himself down, he let his family down, and he let his teammates down. He'll buckle under the pressure at Manchester United, just like he did in the under-21 tournament. And you got A.D. Boothroyd a couple of days later saying that the speculation over his future is affecting him. Well, if it's affecting him, what the hell is he going to do when he's in front of 76,000 fans at Old Trafford? Every time you pull on the Man United shirt, your performance is microscoped. I couldn't give a toss what stats he had at Crystal Palace. There's a whole world of difference between the two clubs. And I think Wan Bissaka, he will make mistakes. And he won't have the comfort blanket of a tactical genius like Jose Mourinho back in the day. Because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at times has shown he's a tactical novice. What Mourinho used to do is park 10 men behind the ball and basically park the bus. That's why Lindelof looked very good against Ronaldo, who he put in his pocket. Not because he's any good, Lindelof, but because of the system that Jose Mourinho, beg your pardon, used. Every dog has his day. One swallow doesn't make a summer. It just doesn't. Crystal Palace last season conceded 53 goals last season with him at right back. And they finished 12th, bottom half of the table. And I have sympathy for Delo. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has bought Wan Bissaka to spite Jose Mourinho, but he's taken it out on Delo. He's basically one of the raggadolls, thrown into the reject bin to gather dust, moist. An arm missing, a leg missing. He's not going to play any Premier League games next season. He's in limbo. He might as well put in a transfer request right now, because he's not going to play many games next season. He just won't. You know, we've still got Darmian, who's still in limbo. He wants to go back to Italy. You know, he wants to get back into the Italian squad. And what's he going to do? You know, these top Reds, you rave about bloody Fuso, bloody Mensa. And you're going to kick him to the curb, are you? I remember he almost cost us in the semi-final against Everton, where he gave away a penalty kick, and rightly so, he was taken off. He's not a midfield player. He only played 30 seconds for Jose Mourinho in midfield, in the Europa League, and that was it. Because he's not a midfielder, I don't give a shit what position he plays in the reserve team. So, Ole's going to pay for his job with signing Wan Bissaka. And he will regret signing. In 3 to 6 months, he'll go, I should have stayed at Crystal Palace. He should have stayed for the next couple of years. The move's too big for him. He'll feel homesick. He will. You know, and playing for Man United, you know, with the way we've carried on at the moment, and the way we're not doing well in terms of where we want to be, he's going to be exposed. Smalling and Jones will be a partnership at some point in the season. But that's my feelings on it. If you're happy with the signing, good for you. But don't expect me to dance to that tune, because it ain't going to happen. But at least you can't blame Ashley Young anymore, no? Tot Reds, you can't blame him anymore, can you? So who's going to be your next scapegoat? And you just remember, Ashley Young may have made the mistake against Barcelona, but Luke Shaw, porky pig, pork belly pig, fat cunt, he cost us against Huddersfield. That's embarrassing. One of the worst teams in Premier League history. And Ashley did that against Barcelona. A whole world of difference. And you just remember that next time you slag off Ashley Young. But we're not getting top four, we're not winning the league, and unfortunately for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you have just put yourself in a candidations for getting the sack. And that for me is a shame.